Let's check in now with another one of our team members over on the West Coast. ABC's Lesley Messer joins us live. Lesley, are you there? Can you hear us? Hey, Lesley, it's Amna and Olivia in New York. What's going on where you are? Hey, Lesley.
Hey. It's pretty crazy. I'm in a float tent.
So give us a tour of what's happening. Now you are there in one of the tents in advance of the Tournament of Roses parade. Is that right?
That's right. I'm right outside where the Rose Bowl is going to take place. All the floats are getting set up for tomorrow's parade. And this is the type of stuff you have to see to believe. So I will take the camera off of me and let you see this unbelievable float I have in front of me for PBS Mass. It's crazy. It's set up to look just like Downton Abbey. There's so many details. They have apples and flowers, and you can see swans. They've got a whole remake of the house itself. It's just really spectacular.
That's beautiful. So Lesley, it's a little loud when you turn the camera around, but we can see that's some incredible detail on the float.
I mean, it's absolutely nuts. They've got, I don't know if you can see here, and this is just one of the floats. They've got everything from roses to apples. This has to be one of the most expensive floral arrangements I have ever seen in my life.
So Lesley, give us a sense in some of the other floats you've seen, and this one in particular. Yeah, we can see it there behind you. That's a thing of beauty. What are the rules for some of these floats? I mean, can they just be made of whatever materials folks have?
I don't think so, but I'm seeing a lot of flowers, a lot of, it's literally like a garden has exploded in here. You can see pretty much every single color under the rainbow of floral arrangements in this particular float. I'm trying to find somebody who is going to speak to me about the construction of the float. She is coming right up, stalling a bit. But if you like to see other floats, I'm happy to walk you around the tent.
Yes, Lesley, please walk us around. We'd love to get a glimpse at it.
All right, so this is obviously leading up to the Rose Bowl tomorrow, or I'm sorry, the Rose Bowl this weekend, but I think what most people are excited about are seeing these floats. You can see behind me there's one, or they're lining them up on the street for the parade. There's so many people here just to look at these, and they're so spectacular. Here's one. You can see it's got like a camel. It's like an Arabian Nights type theme. I'll see if I can find somebody who can talk about it.
So Lesley, my hometown, La Cañada, Flint Ridge, is very close to Pasadena, where this parade takes place every year. So it was a really big deal for my town growing up. They would always have us volunteer. Our town actually, we build our own floats in La Cañada. So it's a huge deal. It's something that people are very proud of. So if you happen to see, it's Up a Creek is the theme for La Cañada's float this year. And it's made of 3 animals. There's a bear, I think there's a beaver, and something else. So if you're on the lookout there, look for that float. It's pretty beautiful, but again, and that one's made of 10,000 rose stems, which is pretty incredible. So a lot, dried food goes into this, flowers. It's really amazing. And I've seen that parade before, and people camp out overnight. It's just really incredible. So I'm a little jealous that you're there, Lesley. I wish I was there with you.
I was gonna say, this feels so unfair that I'm here and you're not. This is an event that the entire city of Pasadena has come together for. They're so excited. You can see behind me there's like a camel made of flowers and oranges. I'm trying to, excuse me, are you associated with this float?
Yes.
I'm with ABC News.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Mason Summers.
Can you tell me about the concept of the design and how it came together?
Sure. So this is about the journey, the treasures of the journey. And the treasures are these coins, and the coins are actually florograms. These are all donors whose images have been depicted in seeds and rice and dried materials. These are the jewels, these large medallions with the roses, and the camels are the earliest transportation on the journey. And we are 12 walkers who are people who are live donors who have donated the gift of life by sharing either a kidney or liver or some other kind of tissue. And then several are recipients, as myself. I received a heart 5.5 years ago. And then there are also liver and kidney transplants who are riding the float, and our donor families as well.
What does it mean to you to be a part of this event and a part of this float?
You know, I have been decorating the float for the last 5 years, and to be on the float is so amazing. It's so much bigger than I had imagined it would be, and the stories of heroism and the people who have donated, live donors who have given part of themselves so that others could live. And the whole purpose is to raise awareness about how organ and tissue donation saves lives and enhances lives.
Right.
So
that's spectacular. How long did it take to put this together?
Well, they began working back in November, but the float arrived here with some dried materials, and then the flowers didn't start going on until the 28th and 29th. So it took just a few days to put all of this together with people working in 3 different shifts, and I was blessed to work on 2 shifts from 8 until 5, and had a big hand in making this blanket, actually.
Wow. What are the materials that are used in this float?
Well, the dark brown that's coffee. The white is rice. The yellow is corn flour that's been put in a blender and dried. And it's all organic materials. Everything on it. Nothing on it was made first and brought here. It was all made here.
Wow.
And it came nude with a wrapping on it that you punch holes in it to put the flowers.
Is there a specific part of the float? Or do you know who these particular people are?
I met the young man whose family this was.
Wow.
They are all heroes to all of us who have received organs and tissue, of course. There is a woman here whose husband's organs were donated, and the recipient is riding with us on the float.
Wow.
A heart, which is pretty profound. I haven't been blessed to meet my donor family yet, but I hope to one day.
Wow.
And these blankets are magnificent with the different carnations and oranges. Then the outlines of the little button mums are pretty amazing, and the detail is astounding.
Can you tell me what is the camel itself made out of?
Well, the camel structure is a platform that's been covered with a burlap material, like a canvas, and then it's been covered with moss, and the moss has then been sprayed with a little glue, and this is cinnamon.
Wow.
So the camel actually doesn't smell like camel; it smells like.
I'd much rather smell cinnamon than a camel.
The camel is covered with moss. That's then been sprayed with glue and then added to cinnamon.
One more.
Absolutely. So
Thank
much
you so
for talking to
much.
us, and congratulations on the float.
Thank you.
That's okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's fine. So you can see everyone has really come together for this, and these are projects that have been in the works for months, or at least a month. So it's pretty spectacular. I'm gonna take you outside now where you can see a couple more floats. Again, here's the back of the down float that we saw before.
Wow, it's incredible. And as you're
So
walking
yeah,
around,
to your point, Olivia,
as you're walking around, tell us about the weather. What is it like over there? Because it has been pretty chilly in Southern California for this time of year.
it has been, and I was a little nervous to do this shoot today because of the weather. I got all bundled up, but it seems that the weather gods are cooperating with the Rose Bowl parade, and it's actually pretty nice. I hate to tell you guys.
It looks beautiful. It's sunny out there.
Really nice.
That's great. I know last
You
year it
know,
had a
I don't
low.
want to brag too much and make...
Go ahead, Lesley.
Sorry? Bad, but it's really, really nice. All right, so I'm taking you outside where you can see a couple more floats. There's a Lakers one outside that's getting a lot of attention, obviously, from all of the locals who are big fans of the basketball team. Behind it, there's one with bears and ice cream cones. It's a little more whimsical. So there's really something for everybody. You can see these are all different kinds of floats.
So Lesley, Lesley, can you give us a sense of sort of the scope and the scale of the parade for those of us who are watching, you know, the final product on television? Do you have any idea how many people it takes to pull this together? How many flowers? I can only imagine it's what, in the hundreds of thousands, a million?
Hundreds of thousands. If there's 10,000 in just one town, so I can't imagine how many there are all together.
I mean, they're working around the clock in shifts. They're trying to. Construction on most of these began back months ago, and they're just putting on the final touches. But to make sure that everything's ready in time, they're working in shifts. I mean, obviously, when you're working with flowers and fruit and perishable items, you have to sort of do it last minute. And it's clear that all these volunteers' works have really, really paid off. This is one. Yes, I'm going to show you. As much as you don't want to see me, you'd rather see this, I'm sure. It's spectacular.
Hey Lesley, do you think you
This
could
one
even
is called
get
Marco Polo.
It looks like they've got barricades up to prevent exactly what I'm not going to ask you to do, but I wonder how close you can get to the float to show us some of that detail, because from afar we just see this beautiful finished product, but it's really impressive the individual elements that go into these enormous structures. I mean, every single one of those is an organic piece of material. Is that right?
Absolutely. We're talking about everything from flowers to oranges to orange peels. You can see that they've peeled off the orange peels to layer them in to have that beautiful sort of, you know, scale look with the dragon's talons. Then at the, I don't know if you can see, even its nails are made out of these. I mean, this is truly remarkable. The attention to detail is spectacular. Were you working on this float?
Yes, I was.
Well, this is, I'm with ABC News.
Okay.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it took us about a week to make, and everything has been peeled and put on. It takes like a bunch of hours to do. And his name is Eustace. I know that's like a fun fact that we've been telling everybody. Is there anything else you'd like to know about?
Why did you name him Eustace?
I'm not sure. Charles just looked at it one day and said, you know what? He looks like a Eustace. So we just went, okay, his name is Eustace.
So have you guys been working around the clock to get this finished in time?
All of our staff.
Oh no, it looks like we have lost that signal with Lesley Messer in Pasadena, California, bringing us a really cool behind the scenes look. Let's see if we can check back in with her.
Hey, do you have, are you there, guys?
Hey Lesley, we're here.
Okay. Okay, so you can see Eustace behind me has crews working overnight for the last week. Again, they need to sort of do as much as they can as close to the parade as possible to make sure that these flowers are alive and looking beautiful, and it's just the workmanship up close, as you pointed out, Olivia, is just spectacular. Here's one for the LA Lakers, and you can see still putting flowers up. They're still putting the final touches on it, and it's already in line.
Wow, I bet you're running into dozens of the floats out there. I know there are about 44 in total. And again, this is a huge deal for people in Southern California. Huge deal for people, millions watching all over the country tomorrow. And the parade, one thing I find interesting, Lesley, is it started in 1890. Did you have any idea it's that old? This is going to be the 127th year for
And have the
Rose
rules
Parade.
always been the same? They've always had organic materials for the floats?
I'm actually not sure about that, but that is something I would love to know. I don't know if you have any idea, Lesley, about if, you know, it's been like this for the past few years, if it's all organic.
Yeah, just like that, just like that.
I don't know, but this is certainly steeped in tradition. I mean, there is basically, you can't park anywhere, you can't really get anywhere except these parking lots, and it seems like everyone in Pasadena is here to look at these floats, for good reason. I mean, as you pointed out, Olivia, they're really, really amazing to see on television, but up close, just seeing the amount of detail and work that goes into them, it's even more special.
I feel like even though it's called the Rose Parade,
I'm walking ahead, you can...
when you're watching it, you kind of miss that it's actually flowers until you're this up close.
Absolutely.
So Lesley, you have a rare experience to go and see how intricate and detailed these beautiful floats are.
I know. Well, and I really hope that you can see on the camera. I hope it's it's capturing even a little bit of the detail. I'm walking up to one now. You got teddy bears and ice cream cones, and again, these are made out of different kinds of flowers. They look to be daisies, and the amount of, you have to think, I guess also of the amount of specificity that they put forth when they talk to florists, when they figure out what kind of flowers, because they all look really uniform. I don't know if you can see, these are white roses and pink roses and different colored flowers. It's just unbelievable.
It's incredible. I mean, the level of detail is just stunning. And Lesley Messer is giving us the kind of thing that it's kind of insight you don't see, because you can't tell that level of detail when you're watching on television, as millions of people do every New Year's Day.
Right, you really can. It's very cool to have a sneak peek this close to the actual floats. Thank you, Lesley.
That was ABC's Lesley Messer live in Pasadena, California, with a cool behind-the-scenes look at the preparations for the Rose Parade.